Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing another Adventures in Cooking video, and this is going to be more of an Adventures in Baking video. I'm going to be making strawberry lemon brownies. I hope you guys enjoy this video. These are the ingredients I'm going to be using to make these strawberry lemon brownies. So I've got just a box of strawberry cake mix. I've got 1/3 cup of melted butter. I'm using butter instead of oil. I like doing that better. I've got 2 eggs right here. So that is going to be our brownie batter right there. I'm going to mix those up and bake them at 350 for about 15 or so minutes. I've got a pan right behind it with a piece of parchment paper in there. Then I'm going to make our glaze. I've got a couple lemons because I'm going to need some juice. And then I've got some powdered sugar, confectioner sugar. So I'm just going to make a glaze that will go on top of the brownies. And that goes on top as soon as you take it out of the oven. So let's get started. I'm going to set these aside for now and just get them out of my workspace. I've got my bowl right here. I'm going to go ahead and open up this, just any kind of strawberry cake mix that you like. I just picked this one up. I've got 1/3 cup of butter. Get all of that in there. Now, since I want to make sure I do not get my eggshells in that, I'm going to crack my eggs into this measuring cup right here. That just assures that if I do get a shell in there, it's not going into the cake mix. So there's one. I'm going to go ahead and just pour it in there. And 2. Ah, see? Look what I just did. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I just dropped that in there. That's precisely why you want to be careful. So I'm going to check this for shells, and we are good. Alright, I'm looking at this batter. I think it's a little bit thick, so I'm going to add a little bit more melted butter. This is a really, really thick batter because brownies are a little bit thicker, but I think it still needs just a little bit of liquid. I just melted a whole stick of butter. I melted a whole stick of butter in that bowl, and used 1/3. So I'm going to add just a little bit more in there. So that's what, there's what my batter looks like right there. I'm going to pull my pan forward. And I trimmed a piece of parchment paper to sort of fit this pan. And you don't have to use the parchment paper, but it'll make it easier to come out. This is going to be noisy. I'm going to get a spreader and spread that out. I think it'll be easier than using that, what is this thing called? My mind just went blank. Ooh, I'm going to be rattling this paper, so I'm probably going to, I like that. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the oven now and then start making my glaze, and then as soon as this comes out, I'm going to pour the glaze over it. I'm going to go ahead and make the glaze now. I've got a cup of powdered sugar in here, and I might need a little bit more. This is just kind of like a trial and error thing. I've got the juice of 2 lemons in this container right here. It's just about 1/3 cup. I just looked at that. And this may be too much juice, but I shall see. I'm going to pour about half of this juice in here and mix it up and see how it goes. So actually 1 lemon may have been more sufficient than 2. And I just start off slowly with this. And I'm going to switch over to a whisk. So there's the glaze, and I think I'm actually going to make some more. This looks like it could be a little less than I need, so I'm going to add maybe another half a cup of powdered sugar and then the rest of the lemon juice, and that should be sufficient. I'm looking at it right now. It looks a little runny, so I went ahead and added another about half a cup of powdered sugar. I'm just going to add some more, just eyeball it. It's just kind of like, I'm just guessing here, honestly. I was going by a recipe, but I decided to tweak the recipe just a bit. So, sorry about that if you're trying to keep track. Because I'm making a glaze and this is not actually getting baked in the oven, you can really work with it. Now, if you're baking, you got to be careful and stick with the actual measurements, even though I don't always do that either. Alright, that's looking so much better right there. So that is my glaze. I'm just going to set it aside and wait for the brownies to get out of the oven. I just got the brownies out of the oven and I ended up going 20 minutes. You may see two little marks right here in the center. I pulled it out at 15 minutes, stuck a little knife because I don't have any toothpicks. Toothpicks are the best things to use, but I didn't have any. And it was completely coated in liquidy cake batter, so I put it in for another 5 minutes and then pulled it back out, stuck another knife in it, came out clean. If you do like a little more gooey, just do the 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my glaze over this, and I do have another spreader. And you want to go all the way to the edges with your glaze. And you just let that set and cool and let the glaze harden, and they will be ready to eat. And I can't wait. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Bye bye, guys.